It's 8:30. Good morning. I'm Ian Crouch with Hunter News. Although there's been plenty of wind and rain across the Hunter over the past 24 hours, thankfully there have been no major issues for residents. Nobby's recorded wind gusts of 72 kilometres per hour yesterday, and 65 millimetres of rain fell in Newcastle. Conditions are expected to ease today, although the cooler temperatures are likely to hang around for the weekend. Meanwhile, Maitland couple Leanne and Wally Morris have told how they endured 12 terrifying hours of raging winds and pelting rain when Cyclone Debbie hit Daydream Island on Monday. The couple were in lockdown in their hotel room, which is built to withstand a Category 5 cyclone, but are now safely back on the mainland, although they're still trying to make their way home. Before leaving Daydream, Leanne described the devastation on the island.
There's just palm trees snapped everywhere. There's devastation up on the beach I can see. The walkway round to the end of the island is completely covered with dirt and trees and everything, so you can't walk down there. We've seen the glass panels in a walkway smashed through. There's about 6 of them and glass went everywhere.
After more than 400 days of public hearings, the Royal Commission into Child Abuse, which focused heavily on the Hunter, draws to a close today. A panel of victims and abuse survivors will tell the Commission what they would like to see changed. The Commission has looked at more than 1 million documents and has heard from 1,200 witnesses. Maitland Police have released a description of a man wanted over an attempted robbery at Talara. A 24-year-old man was walking across Talara Oval just after 8:30 last night when he was approached by an unknown shirtless man who demanded cash before punching him in the face. The victim managed to escape and call police. Sonia Roberts from Police Headquarters says officers want to speak to a man matching this description.
He's described as being in his early 20s, of thin build and around 175 centimetres tall. When he was last seen, he was wearing black shorts and no shirt. Anyone with any information on this man's identity or whereabouts should contact Crime Stoppers on 1800 333 000.
Swansea MP and Shadow Minister for Innovation and Better Regulation, Yasmin Catley, has criticised the state government's handling for independent regulation of the CTP insurance industry. Labor argued the government's already employed emergency services umpire could also act as a cop on the beat for the CTP industry. Yasmin Catley says the CTP insurance industry deserves an umpire just as much as emergency services.
The CTP insurance industry is worth $3 billion in comparison to the fire and emergency service levy, which is worth $1 billion. So we're saying, why is it good enough for the fire and emergency service levy but not good enough for CTP?
Rural Fire Service volunteers in the Hunter are looking forward to spending more time with their families after a very busy bushfire danger period, which officially winds up today. The RFS turned out to more than 1,200 jobs in the Lower Hunter, including the huge Lone Pine Fire at Port Stephens and the Racecourse Road Fire at Cessnock. More than 500 volunteer firefighters battled those two fires, assisted by 13 aircraft.
Sport for our sponsor, PRD Nationwide East Maitland.
The Newcastle Knights will have to bring everything they have to Shark Park when they take on Cronulla tomorrow. Centre Dane Gagai says it's little wonder the Sharks were premiers last year. They play for the full 80 minutes at full strength. He believes the Knights are ready to bring their all and get the job done.
It's going to be a good challenge for us to come back this weekend and give it everything we've got to bounce back. So the boys have moved on from last week, which is a positive sign. Just looking to go out and do the job on Saturday.
The Newcastle Jets are already working to bolster their squad for next season before this one even finishes. Melbourne City's Daniel Georgievski has agreed to a 2-year deal, and coach Mark Jones is confident his strong presence, both mentally and physically, will help the Jets perform under pressure. Meanwhile, Ben Kennedy may not play next season with the Jets, but instead with rivals the Central Coast Mariners. Jets Chief Executive Laurie McKinnon admits the club is unlikely to offer Kennedy any more than a 1-season contract extension. And the Northern Suburbs Blue Bags will make a nostalgic return tomorrow for the opening rounds of the Newcastle and Hunter Rugby League A grade. That's sport. I'm Jessica Rouse.
And the winning numbers in Powerball are 30, 1, 5, 7, 19 and 28. And the Powerball number is 6. 2NURFM News Time, 26 to 9.